Hey there smartphone fans, welcome back to Smartphone Wars, and as I promised, I'm about to deliver a full-blown gaming review that is heavy gaming on the Snapdragon 710 in the Xiaomi Mi 8 SE. So all those benchmarks really don't mean anything if you don't show real-world performance, and this is what I am doing today. I am doing a full-on heavy 3D gaming review with three really demanding titles: a first-person shooter, a massive multiplayer online RPG, and a sandbox battle royale game. So if you want to know how the best graphics game look, play, feel, how much battery drain, and how much temperature the CPU and the Mi 8 SE get when they're playing it, keep watching, and as always you'll find out. So first I will be measuring the idle temps here. So the Xiaomi Mi 8 SE battery temperature usually stays around 28-29 degrees, with the CPU cores not being really heavily used, stay around 30 degrees. So you see the CPU silver and gold cores are the 6 CPU silver cores and 2 gold cores are inside the Xiaomi Mi 8 SE's Snapdragon 710. It's an 8-core configuration, but it's 2 plus 6 big cores, and we're starting with a very heavy first-person shooter game on high settings. Every game you're seeing here is played in high settings, besides PUBG Mobile, but I'll get to that later. And I am starting off with 32% of battery on this test. And here we go. This is the World War Heroes 2. It's a very good-looking game. Its aim is to get realistic graphics on phone. It does really well. The graphics are very much almost console level quality, not PS4, but somewhere between PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, and it is a massive improvement on phones. Packing that game on the highest settings is not very playable in a lot of phones, especially like budget and mid-range phones. I've only seen the Snapdragon 636 in the Lenovo Z5 actually play it with acceptable frame rates at these settings. So the 710 should actually be flying this game right now. And as you're seeing, the game runs quite smooth on the Snapdragon 710 here. It's a first-person shooter game, so it requires a bit more frame rates to run smooth, unlike third-person shooters and RPG games. So the desired frame rate here is definitely above 30 FPS. I can see a skipped frame here and there and a slight frame drop from time to time, but generally the Snapdragon 710 here runs as expected. For most people, I was expecting, however, a slightly smoother gameplay experience, which means more frame rates per second. And I'm not showing you like the whole play session because I'm doing like 20, 30, 40 minutes of each game. I'm just like showing you bits and pieces of it, mostly from sections which are more intense, because there you actually see how good the phone performs like in real shooting scenarios. And here you are seeing one of the better maps in World War Heroes 2. If you haven't played that game, it's free in the Google Play Store. You can download it. It's like World War 2 Heroes FPS. And it's a real good first-person shooter. It's my favorite one on Android. Here in this map, again, we're seeing really decent frame rates from the Snapdragon 710. The phone doesn't feel hot or anything, feels slightly warm, which is absolutely normal because I've been gaming for around 15 minutes now on this phone with this game. So we'll check the battery temperatures and everything in a bit, and I'm about to actually show you a comparison with my wife's Vivo X20 Plus, which is powered by the Snapdragon 660. So we're seeing here temperatures, battery temperature is already up to 40 degrees, which is normal because we are draining battery faster, and I've lost 5% battery playing 16-17 minutes of heavy first-person shooter, which is actually quite good because the Mi 8 SE has a small 3120 mAh battery. So this is how the game runs on my wife's X20 Plus. I did a review on that. You can check it out. There's also a link below the video to buy the phone because I'll be doing more comparisons with it, as is the Xiaomi Mi 8 SE. And what I'm seeing here is absolutely If not the same frame rates, definitely not worse. The graphics fidelity in the Vivo X20 Plus actually looks better, in my opinion. So they could be accessing more advanced graphical features with better software than the Mi 8 SE. In Xiaomi, the Snapdragon 710 is a new chip, so there could be a possibility the software has not caught up, or Xiaomi has not optimized their graphics driver in the Mi UI. But I can say there's a difference playing on Snapdragon 700 and 660 with World War Heroes 2. So back to the Mi 8 SE and the Snapdragon 710. And it's actually my favorite Android game that I've been playing, and it's a real looker. It's powered by the Unreal 4 engine that's used in a lot of PC titles. It's very scalable, so it's good on mobile. This was a big hit in PCs as well. It's Lineage to Revolution, and again, it's cranked up to the max on the Xiaomi Mi 8 SE. And as you can guess, the graphics looks really good on this game. This is definitely console level in terms of graphics. Maybe the polygon count is not as high, but textures, there's like a lot of effects on this game, like this super cool lightning effects, like explosion, like fantasy, when somebody is doing a missile spells casting. It's a really intensive game, and a lot of phones, you actually need a high-grade chip to be able to play this game on high settings if frame rates don't want to suffer frame rate drops. As we're seeing here with the Snapdragon 710 and the Mi 8 SE, the game is quite playable with the ultra high graphic settings. So I was very satisfied playing it, but it did get the phone slightly more hotter as I was playing than the first person shooter, which was the World War Heroes 2. So this definitely means this game is more system resource taxing, and this force the GPU to work even harder. The game looks pretty. There's a lot of animations, as I said, a lot of effects going on. See the characters hitting. I've been attacked from a lot of places. I'm using my special skills, so the frame rates are very playable. This is fully playable on high settings, perhaps not on competitive level if you're doing duels, because there is a skip frame every now and then, but it generally runs as expected from the Snapdragon 710. Again, I was expecting maybe slightly better frame rates because it's not running much better than on the Lenovo Z5 with the Snapdragon 636, which is actually a downclock Snapdragon 660 chip. But we need to actually check the temperatures. Now, I've been playing this for around 40 minutes here, but I just cut off a few sections because you don't really want to see me playing 40 minutes of gaming here. And as you can see, it's like 11:08, and I am down to 20% battery while playing all this time. And now we are checking the thermals after all this playing all this time. Here we are. So battery temperature is 40 degrees, and you saw it for a minute there that the CPU cores were at around 57 degrees. So definitely this game stresses the CPU and GPU a lot, maybe because I've been playing it for more time, but it's still 40-50 seconds after I stopped the game, the battery and the CPU temperatures dropped a lot, and the phone cooled down. And this is the game running on Vivo X20 Plus with the Snapdragon 660. I'm definitely seeing better frame rates here than on the Snapdragon 710. You can see the animations are more fluid, and again the graphics fidelity looks a little bit better on the Vivo X20 Plus. In general, I would say that the Snapdragon 660 and Vivo X20 Plus runs Lineage 2 Revolutions and the ultra high level graphics better than the Snapdragon 710, and this is not encouraging to Xiaomi or to Qualcomm in that manner. Now, since I haven't downloaded PUBG Mobile, I forgot to. In the middle of all this, I'm just gonna add a 1.4 gigabyte download to the test. So this actually makes the phone go even hotter because we are downloading at 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and it's a very large file, and probably took me around 5 minutes to download that. Now we're in PUBG Mobile. Same thing as I saw with the Redmi Note 5. The game has been coded by Xiaomi, and you're not able to use the high graphics settings. Here you're not allowed to use HD graphics, and you're not allowed to use the high frame rate mode as well, which is a real bummer, and this is only on Xiaomi phones. Even the Lenovo Z5 could access the HD graphics on this device, so you're stuck with this high-end gaming chip, but you can only play PUBG Mobile in specific settings because for some reason Xiaomi doesn't let you, which for me is actually disappointing. As far as actual frame rate goes, it was really solid. Again, I saw a few frame drops, I saw a few frame skips. Do you mind that I've been playing around an hour before actually turning this game on, for so like 15-16 minutes of World War Heroes, and on top of that around 40-45 minutes of Lineage 2 Revolution. But as you can see here, the frame rate is not super smooth on the Snapdragon 710, especially during like a gun battle, which is the most important thing here. It's still fully playable at these settings, but I was really expecting the game to absolutely fly on these mid settings on the Snapdragon 710, so a bit disappointed by the performance with PUBG Mobile, especially considering Snapdragon 710 scores around 50% higher than the Snapdragon 636 and around 15% higher than the Snapdragon 660 in Antutu, which again goes to show you that benchmarks give you an overlook how the chip performs, but in real life, real world testing, especially with games, because all the games use different engines, the software the phones are running uses a different kind of graphics driver. Some use the newer, some use an older one, some use a custom one. Frame rate cannot be 100% certain to be great, even if a phone is carrying a higher end chip like with the Snapdragon 710 here. Again, PUBG Mobile was very playable, but I'm certainly thinking that if I was allowed to push the graphic settings to HD and to the high frame rate mode, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have run so smoothly. And this actually concludes all of my gaming tests. I've specifically chosen these 3 games because I think those are the most demanding and most played 3D games right now on Android, and certainly can drain every bit of performance out and push chips to their limits. So these games are actually close to console level quality, close to like 4 or 5 years ago PC level graphics. And as you're seeing, I'm now down to 10% battery on in my Xiaomi Mi 8 SE. So the total drained battery is around 22% on my device. And now I will actually show you, because I've been cutting through all these clips. I'm going to go to the battery settings, and I'm going to show you I've been actually playing those games for the time I have actually told you I've been playing, to know that this is a real test, it's not a fake one, and to actually summarize what we have learned here. First of all, around 22% battery, which is 686 milliamperes if you want to get technical, equals around 90 minutes of heavy gaming on the Mi 8 SE, which equals around 6 hours of heavy gaming on 100% charge. The thermals were actually okay, while the CPU cores got a little bit higher temperature than I think they would have, but that probably is due to the fact that Xiaomi didn't put adequate cooling for the chip inside. And overall, the Snapdragon 660 in the Vivo X20 Plus I was testing proved actually to deliver better frame rates than the Xiaomi Mi 8 SE with Snapdragon 710. So this could mean that either it's a software issue on that Xiaomi's drivers are not up to date for the Snapdragon 710, it's a new chip Qualcomm will probably release new drivers, so this could all be fixed in future updates for the chip. But currently, as it stands, if you own a Snapdragon 660 phone, it is not worth getting Snapdragon 710 for like 10% more battery life, but slightly worse frame rates. But the SD710 is a new chip, so newer software updates might improve performance, might improve thermals as well. But as it stands, it's not worth buying a 710 phone over Snapdragon 835, nor over Snapdragon 660, probably not even over Snapdragon 821. But here's hoping that future software updates can improve thermals and frame rate performance and allow users to enable the HD graphics settings on PUBG Mobile. So this has been my full Snapdragon 710 and Mi 8 SE gaming review. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel, and just stick around because I have a full Mi 8 SE camera review coming up, and of course a full review and a lot of more phones coming. So stick around.